Yeah, let's just move on. What do you
Moving
want to go to the
on.
movie chest now? We
Yeah,
can go to
yeah,
the,
yeah,
and then we'll end up with the two Coen Brothers movies.
yeah. I'll be
That
right back,
sounds good to
guys.
me. Yeah, so I'm gonna take responsibility for this movie chess pick. We did a little spin with each of our picks, and this one was mine. Don't Look
All
Now,
right.
1973. Donald Sutherland acting, directed by Nicholas
It was
Rugg.
fucking weird.
Rig.
Like it, I don't
Yeah.
know. I wanted to enjoy it, but it was fucking weird. Like I don't know.
Were you happy with this pick,
Someone,
Matt? Or
well, someone, I don't want to name names, but somebody told me I needed to watch this movie like very definitively. Like that is really good, and I was like,
You don't want to name names.
I
Will you
don't
tell
wanna
us
just,
after the pod?
Dox 'em.
Yeah, tell us later.
but yeah, because it's like set the precedent for a lot of horror and stuff, blah blah blah. But I
now
was
that you've mentioned,
disappointed.
yeah, setting precedents. I just heard the Madam Web director say that she took she paid some homage to this movie in her movie Madam Web. So
That movie's gotten like 1-star reviews all over.
Yikes!
yeah, so
Yikes!
Oh
its
yeah, I've heard
tendrils
it's
run
so
deep.
fucking bad.
Very deep, deep enough where you don't really want to see them anymore. I'd say, but I don't know. I mean, at a certain level, I respect this movie, but like, to be
Yeah,
quite honest, I didn't really have a good time
I
watching.
looked it up like to
Same.
see like why this movie was rated so highly, and I think it just like didn't age well because of its themes. Like
No.
I
Yeah.
guess like the main like reason this like or like one of the main reasons why this was so like mm, I don't know. There was like the sex scene in like the beginning kind of, and I feel
Pretty
like
sure they're
that's
having sex.
that
Beginning,
wasn't
middle,
really
and
like
end, dude. That
I think
was
that
like
wasn't
yeah,
really
yeah,
done
20
at the
minutes.
time,
There's a
I
whole
guess,
arc.
or at least from what I looked up, that wasn't really done at the time, I guess.
Okay.
That was the first thing they shot. They didn't even
Yeah.
like know each other. They just jumped in there, but I think they were fucking.
While
Like,
the kids dying.
They were just shooting
Yeah.
a porno,
Anyway.
and then they were like, "What if we like stay in Venice and kind of
Yeah.
walk around and do some weird
Yeah.
shots with my kids?"
I didn't really like what the fuck. There was like just some weird supernatural shit that was going on that
Yeah.
like I didn't really like know how it was like
I didn't.
relevant.
Yeah, I didn't see how it connected really to like. I mean, I know it was the whole like, oh, she can see the future and all that stuff, but it didn't.
Madam Web.
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah. No, I mean, it's
I
like
just-
dealing
yeah, I
with
just didn't
loss
see it.
at the end of the day, I guess. But like,
And like
The-
yeah.
yeah,
grief
I
and
guess,
loss, yeah.
how do you deal with it? Some people just like his wife go kind of like get this like weird mental image of like peace or something, But
Mhm.
I mean, the sex scene did not age very well. I mean, but I think like the I don't even know.
Oh,
how to
I just more
describe
meant
this,
that
but,
like if that's why it was like popularized, that's like
That's
not
it.
that wouldn't get popularized like nowadays.
Right.
You know,
For
so
sure.
like
for me for the time.
that's why it's
yeah.
groundbreaking in ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. But yeah, the pacing and like the straight up like some of just like the taste of this movie is just like not. It's sour. Like it's just
Yeah.
not like.
I just don't know if the mystical.
I didn't
eerie
feel good
theme
when it got
fits,
done.
Fits this like story. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I mean,
I
there's
didn't
like,
either.
there's like,
Like,
a
I
strange
felt
like
like it could've
religious
been-
part.
It
I
could have
would
either
think.
leaned all the way into the supernatural or like should have
Yeah.
just stayed with none, you know?
With like an actual grounded.
yeah,
people
because I
story.
feel like it just
Yeah.
like kind of got convoluted with like regular real world shit going on in the supernatural, and maybe it was like trying to like it didn't even
Yeah.
like make you try to like think about. I guess it did
Okay.
kind of like
No,
if
that's-
it was like what was actually going on or something.
All right. I think this is
Yeah,
after
try-
The
I tried
Exorcist.
to.
I don't know, but to me, it's like The Conjuring, like a little bit of like Shutter Island. I got with the finding the kid in the lake and stuff like that. I feel like it
Mhm.
has like obviously fans and followers that are like doing things like it. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, I can usually get into like an old movie nowadays, but to me,
Yeah.
the sound recording in this movie like was distinctly like old and like
Yeah.
pushing
Yeah.
that way. But like, and I don't want to say it's like a true fault of the movie because it's just technology or whatever. But like, it was tough to like feel invested minute to minute in this movie
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. I was
same.
actively forgetting what was happening as I was watching it. It was
Same.
just so
Um,
poorly paced. And like I don't know. I guess the idea you kind of throw logic out the window with most horror, but like the idea of you lose your kid and then you're happy that some blind woman who you've never met describes your kid and is like, we can go contact her. Normally, I think you'd just run in the other direction, but the fact that she's like giddy about it was just so weird in terms of the tone. And I get like people cope with loss differently,
You
but
know, I did
Yeah.
I
just watch
just
Talk to Me. It is kind of like a reverse situation in there because it's like a daughter and a mother instead of like a mother to a daughter, like in this
mm,
situation. But like, yeah, I mean, in Talk to Me, I mean, she fucking leaps at that chance in
Right.
like a similar kind of way. That's like what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought of when I was watching this, at least.
I
yeah,
mean, she gives her like
it just
specific
seems
details about like wasn't it like the red coat or some shit or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if I was that at a loss and like some person randomly told me like 6 different details about it, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see
Yeah.
that working a little bit. It's just
Especially
the
depending
extended
like
hour
how
after that.
soon after. Like I don't know. I couldn't really gauge how much time had passed since the daughter
Yeah.
died, or if it was like we
Yeah.
just picked up or we just
Right.
followed right after. So if it was
I
like
just
soon, I could see it, but yeah.
But just like if you ever meet a medium, like you don't, do you ever hear about stories that go well after discussing mediums and like hanging out with them and conjuring up spirits and the dead? Like, I don't know. I mean,
My
Yeah.
medium
maybe,
says I'm gonna be a millionaire, so I believe it.
You ever
all
play
right, all
Ouija,
right.
bro? You ever play
My
Ouija?
bad,
Come on.
my bad.
How dare you?
Maybe I'm
Dude.
underestimating the power of the supernatural here. Maybe that's on me.
Well, it wasn't. It
Also,
didn't come through very strong in this movie.
No,
so-
there wasn't
don't
like
blame
yeah,
you.
there's no like go. You don't like see anything in this movie. It's all just kind of like
Yeah.
vibes of it, and the vibes don't
Mhm.
really land anymore. But
So like I feel like so the mom had like that kind of like path where she went with the like blind woman and stuff and did that kind of stuff. And then the dad, like Donald Sutherland, I mean, I guess he was just like doing his thing, working for a
little
while.
bit, working
But
and
also, like I feel like his main thing was like following this girl or like following the like murderer person in the red coat. And like I don't know if that was just supposed to represent like him like not knowing when to stop, like let go of his grief or let go of his daughter or something, and that's what got him killed. But like even so, if that was the murder that they had like been referencing throughout the movie, the other murders I think were like drownings, and like
Hmm.
she just hacked him like in the neck.
yeah, she's. I mean,
I-
serial
so, like-
killers, they move on, right? They start experimenting in different
Yeah,
ways.
I
right?
mean, I don't know. It was just like
Now she's
so.
stabbing
It made
people.
me like question, like, are these actually connected? You know, like,
Yeah.
is this actually the murder? If they've been,
Yeah.
I would assume,
Yeah,
but like,
That-
it
I
was
got a
still
little
like,
muddled there after like the whole like police station stuff. I don't know. That was where I started to get so confused that I was like, all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Why- I mean, honestly, like in the end, why did they kill him? I couldn't.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
dies, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And then the movie like ended, and I'm like, what did I just fucking watch?
Yeah,
like,
was she casing him like the whole time? You know,
like, I
was
don't
she,
know,
was
because like she
planning
showed
it?
up
I don't
multiple
know.
times where she's just
Yeah.
like running around, and he like sees
Yeah.
her running around, like
Did she know something about the red coat? I
don't know.
Was this blind bitch just lying? Like she just made it up? Yeah, I don't know.
So many
Pretty good guesser.
answers left unanswered. I just want to say that there were a lot of zooms in it. That seems like a very 70s thing now that we're like watching some older movies. A lot of zooms, but I kind of like them.
Yeah, I actually liked
Kubrick's
the
the guy who's
cinematography.
Yeah, I mean, I
in
liked
this
it.
one.
I don't
doing
know.
it.
Okay.
The Curse too. That show is like I just finished that show, and they do a lot of zooms and stuff. I feel like it gives you a very distinct, like uneasy feeling of like being potentially watched, or just like an
Yeah.
outsider, like really pinpointing like your precision, of like the
Yeah.
moves you're making or whatever. But I don't know. You don't see them nowadays. I'm on the Zoom train.
Donald
I like him.
Sutherland can really grow a head of hair. That dude had
Yeah.
a lot of fucking hair.
Man, I feel like for me, Donald Sutherland was definitely like the best part of this movie.
He is good.
I don't know.
I mean, I just like him as an actor for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
after watching like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I feel like I don't know. This was like I don't know around the same time. Not
Pretty much, yeah.
necessarily a similar feel, but like
Somewhat,
I liked
but-
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So like I don't know.
For
Much
I was
better
kinda
than
like-
Yeah,
Next.
me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Oh yeah,
For
definitely.
sure. But I mean, we also watched what's the Argento movie that we watched in Halloween a couple like
Suspiria.
Suspiria. I mean, that to me like it was a similar experience with watching this movie where it's like, dude, Suspiria it's such a good horror
Yeah.
movie. And you watch
Yeah.
it and it's just so drawn out and slow and bad,
Yeah.
like and old, and it's just like
Oh man.
it's
Yeah, I'm getting
good.
flashbacks to that one now.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, if-
remembering.
That one
Yeah.
was fucking brutal.
That was rough.
Yeah, I think I'd
I'm glad I wasn't
rather
here for
watch.
that.
Which one would you guys rather watch? That's
This one.
I would
or
watch this
Suspiria?
one. I would watch this one over Suspiria. I
Really?
would prefer
think I
never to
might go
watch either of them
Suspiria.
again. But
Same.
Suspiria was just so boring.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
Suspiria had a
This
lot
one
like
wasn't better, though.
visual candy going on at least. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
there was
like
some
at least it
weird
has
shit.
something. Yeah.
This
that's
one,
kinda
I
where
don't know,
I'm
I was
at.
just dragging ass, and this one I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't stay
I'll watch the
engaged.
new Suspiria with Dakota
Yeah.
Johnson. I'll watch that one instead.
I think also like my only other positive note really is that like Venice, you don't really see it like portrayed in a lot of movies, and this is like very distinct setting. Like Venice was cool. It was cool
Yeah.
to be there, but
Yeah.
I did like that.
Back when they
Got it.
actually used to do location shoots.
yeah.
Damn,
Good old days.
the good old
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, not those.
I actually,
giant sound stages.
I went to go see Poor Things 2 weeks ago. I was going to talk about it a couple weeks ago, but there was actually like when I was driving there, I walked by a place where they were like shooting a movie. I thought it was kind of interesting.
I
It's
got
like
a movie.
on location.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but I just drove by.
Oh,
Cool.
Well, what are you guys gonna rate this one?
I gave it
I
a
heard it.
3, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
at
like I
3.
want to go down to. I might go down to 2.5.
That's where I'm
Right.
sitting.
2.5.
I'm at a 3.
It's a movie.
That's about it. Yep.
Yeah.